sweet for me until I stumbled along the river and fell in. The snake's back on his feet, walking down the street. He's coming for you, but baby, I'm coming too. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight for your love.
Hello, everybody. It is February 24th, 2025. That's 2/24/25. I am Drew.
I'm Tara.
This is America's number one sibling, sports and entertainment, butthole buffoonery 69 celebrating. It's the wettest podcast west of the Mississippi River. We got the best calves in the business, and we're the number one hot mom walk pod in the nation. And that's undebatable. We are Melon Fights.
Melon Fights.
Melon Fights. We got a little bit going on today. We got a couple lists. We got our Delaware list, not so fun. We got our trad wife list, our top 5 trad wives. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting. There's not a ton of them that exist actually in media. I guess they didn't have to be in media. I don't know. Everything I picked was from movies and TV. I guess I could have thought of actual traditional wives, but I couldn't really think of any. So.
No. I stuck with the media as well. The TV and movie.
Right. And then never seen the show Trad Wives. So it's a show, right? It exists.
I might.
I think it's like a reality show. Am I making that up?
I don't know.
If it isn't, there shouldn't there be one?
I know there's like a Mormon show that might be about being a trad wife.
Maybe I'm wrong. Why is that not a reality? Because they wouldn't really be trad wives anymore if they're doing
reality
TV.
It'd be pretty boring too. It'd just be them at home
cleaning and shit,
cooking and cleaning and doing laundry.
Right? Because I don't think trad wives really get out the house. I mean, you say that, but when I look at my list of trad wives,
there's
not
some
bad.
Good ones on there. No,
listen, moms out on a hot walk. Is it moms out on a hot walk or they hot moms on a walk? That's what I'm always trying to figure out. I think it's the first one. I think it's moms out on a hot walk. I think the walk itself is hot. The woman doesn't necessarily have to be considered hot.
I think it's hot moms on a walk.
Well, not all moms are hot, but I think any mom can go on a hot walk.
What? I think all moms could be
Tara,
hot.
not everyone's hot. I'm sorry to tell you. Hot has a definition. Some people are hot. Some people are not. I'm not saying that makes you good or bad or not attractive or even beautiful, but hot's its own thing.
I know.
Hot's
I was
its own
just saying
thing.
to Drew how we were watching
I'm hot,
Varsity.
you're not. What?
Okay. I was telling Drew how we were watching Varsity Blues and how I was so bummed like watching that, being like, man, it sucks that I wasn't like a hot teenager. I really missed out on that. And
Yeah,
I don't
me too.
Like that.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was a real Billy Bob. Billy Ray. What's his name?
His name's
Robbie. He's Robbie Ray and Billy Bob. Billy Bob. He's
Bob.
Robbie Ray in Not Another Teen Movie. He's Billy Bob in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for instance, like in that movie, you got Vanderbeek and you also have
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker. Paul Walker's hot. Vanderbeek's an attractive person.
Yeah.
But Paul Walker's hot.
Right.
Well, there's hot moms, but then there's moms out on. Every mom can go on a hot walk. I feel like.
Yeah, definitely.
That's, I think, what I'm saying.
Yes.
We solved the hot mom walk.
We did.
Because not everyone's hot, and that's okay. I'm not hot. I actually said I was hot about 5 seconds ago. I can convey hot, but I'm not hot. Like, I'm not a hot looking guy, but I can like fake the hot.
You've got the charisma to be hot.
I got hot charisma. It's similar to BD energy, but I got hot charisma.
You got hot charisma.
Hot charisma sometimes. Sometimes
I don't have that.
You?
Yeah.
No, I don't think you have hot. I wouldn't say you have hot charisma.
I'm not hot. I don't have hot charisma.
No.
And I don't have hot looks either. So
So what are you
no.
then? If you're not hot,
I'm
you're
an
not hot.
average Joe.
Average Joe. That's not
I'm an
bad
average
though.
Joe.
That's
Yeah.
not bad.
No.
That's not bad. Let's see here. Sports talk. We can start with a little sports here. Hey, by the way, listeners, I know there's only like 5 of you at this point. Your goal is to give this podcast this week, like, hey, you're someone you know that's a mom that goes on walks with their kids. Give them this pod. Say, listen to this.
Make
This
sure they
pod
got
is
earbuds
this
in, though.
pod is aimed at you, and then that's how it starts. That's how we become the hottest mom pod in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you got a mom, a new mom, or just a mom that goes on walks, give her this. Tell her this is perfect for your hot mom walk. And don't explain to them what a hot mom is, because they know they're a mom. You don't have to mansplain them, like I'm mansplaining it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's your sports takes for the week?
There's not a lot of sports going on.
Not a
Lots
lot of sports going on.
basketball.
Kind of the lamest part of the sports year.
Yeah.
I mean, NBA is going on, and that probably means it's a perfect time to do our NBA preview today. Are you prepared for the NBA preview?
I am prepared, but
Oh, you're
I don't know if
prepared
we're
for
gonna-
it.
yeah.
So you want to do it then?
No.
Okay. She doesn't want to do it. Do you
I
have a
just don't
reason you don't want to do it?
today. It just doesn't feel like the right time yet.
We can do it next week.
Okay.
We can do it next week then. We'll do our NBA preview for the season next week. Possibly. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, sports-wise, baseball. I think spring training started for baseball.
It did.
I just don't care.
Mm-mm.
Do you care?
I don't care about baseball even a little bit.
I used to love baseball, Tara. I used to be a
know.
baseball.
I
They used to call me
watched
Mr.
every game.
Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
No one's ever called me Mr. Baseball, but my voice is a little weird today.
Mine is too.
It's a little low today.
Mine too. I think it's because I was scream singing on
I
Saturday.
wonder if I'm finally getting older. I'm finally a man.
Maybe with all the weightlifting you're doing, your
shit,
tees up.
yeah. Is
Your
it all the
tees up.
testosterone that my body's
Mhm.
producing? I'm not on the T, but my body's
But it's
maybe
up.
creating extra. And
Yeah.
I'm getting that low voice now, and people are gonna think I'm on roids.
Yeah, definitely.
Do I have a sexy, cool voice now? Dang, this might be good for our pod.
I don't know if it's sexy cool.
Well, Tara, you don't know what you're talking. It's at least hot. It's at least hot. It's a hot voice, they said. Yeah. So football's going on. I mean, nothing's going on. College basketball's about to get popping off. It's starting to come tournament
March
time.
Madness will be here soon.
There's big games here and there, but I don't really care that much.
No.
I mean, I'm kind of
because
I
our
watched the
Badgers are going
Badger
to
game
do what
on
they do. They're
Saturday,
going to
but-
hurt our feelings.
Yeah, the Badger game was on Saturday, and they were pretending like they're a good team, and then they lost like they did. Oh my! No, because I finally decided I'm like, all right, I'll get into the Badgers this year. And the second I do, they turned right into the regular old Badgers again, where they fucking just give up a game that they're up by. They were up by 17 in the second half and went to overtime and lost. That's bad hoops. It's bad hoops. But we don't got to talk about that.
Hoops.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, sports wise, the only couple things going on. That's stupid. There's like a women's league that's 3-on-3 that Caitlin Clark didn't participate in, but Angel Reese is in it, and people are already. They're like, I'm like, I can't do another year this year of Angel versus Caitlin Clark.
No.
I don't. It's not good. That's not good for the sport.
No.
People need to stop it. It's not good for the sport. Like,
It's
whatever.
like
People are going to
cutting
talk about it online in like the comment sections and shit. I can't stop that. But these people that are in the that do like on air stuff in podcasts, they definitely shouldn't talk about it this year. It's tiresome.
I know.
It's not
And
interesting. It's not good for
they're
the
gonna
sport.
though.
I know, it's stupid. It's really
Exactly.
stupid. It's like
the
so.
second it starts, it's just like, we have to do this again.
Let's make it about the basketball, please.
Yes.
Let's not make it about something else. It's not good for the sport. People will start to tune the fuck out. They just will. Caitlin, you don't ever hear anything from Caitlin. She's smart.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I'm not, like when it came to this tournament thing, this 3-on-3 thing, she's like, I'm not doing it. That was the end of it.
Right. She wanted to like take a break and get like some skills. She wanted to work on her skills.
And it was like they
Probably
wanted her to
make
do the
some money.
3-point thing at the NBA All-Star Weekend. She's like, I'm good. She's smart. She's just like, I don't need all this extra shit. She wants to win because she knows the
Yes.
best thing for her is to be a winner.
Yes.
Because if you don't win, people stop caring about you.
Right. They're like, she doesn't got it. She doesn't got the clutch gene.
Right,
She doesn't have the
a
winning
championship
gene.
in anything yet. Maybe she won in high school. I don't know. But so nobody wants to hear from her, or she doesn't want to be heard from until she's a winner.
Right.
You know? So, but yeah, I just hope that it's going to be, I hope that like ESPN and stuff wises the fuck up. All these uninspiring podcasts will talk about it and it'll be stupid, but ESPN is, if they're smart, they do not lean into it at all.
I don't know if they're smart though.
They're not smart. They're really not. That's what they're going to talk about. Because they don't got nothing else to talk. They got to talk all day, every day.
I know. It's not conducive of
it's a thing, because that's the thing is technically we're talking about right now, but we're not talking about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. We're more talking about the people that want to talk about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and how stupid it is. That's kind of what we're commenting on. It's like that's just not this year. It's bad for both of them. It's not healthy for either of them too. It's not good for their mental health, I would say, to hear that all the time, all that shit.
Right.
So let's maybe take our hand off our chin and have a little more energy, tea bags.
Why? It feels good.
Yeah, but you're like really low energy, and it's like, you're right. It's not working for me. I need a little more energy from you. You can't just sit. What are we doing here? We're doing a podcast.
It felt nice.
That's cool, but that's I'm saying, hey, that's
not. It was holding my fat in,
it's okay, but it's also like it's making your voice a little off, and it's like, when people talk like this, it's a little too relaxed. I'd like a little more energy from you here. We're doing a podcast. We're trying to entertain hot moms on a walk. There's your cat climbing in its thing. That's not going to make the cut because it's not on the screen. But
he's so cute, but also annoying. Any
other sports stuff that caught your eye this week? Anything?
I'm trying to think. Well, the combine's coming up, so there's going to be a bunch of talk about quarterbacks, I'm sure. I know they're already talking about what's going to happen with Matthew Stafford. Is he going to stay at the Rams? Is he going to go somewhere else?
Mm-hmm.
And then I know that Shador isn't going to the combine. Is the other one Cam?
I don't know. I don't know if anyone. I don't know. The combine's dumb. Nobody does any. The combine is more for like
cuspers,
but more not even cuspers. It's more for like the guys that really
linemen.
Matter. These the guys that are defensive, offensive line sort of stuff. Guys that are the positions that aren't as glamorous as the quarterback or running back and stuff like that. It's good for it's good for guys that didn't play at major places that no one saw all year. A lot of those guys will do private workouts at their university and stuff like that. Yeah, the combine isn't really. I mean, I think it's still very important. It's not
what it used to be, but it's still.
It's pretty important still, like I said, for certain people.
For sure. But it's just interesting, just because there's quite a few teams with quarterback questions. So, and it's not a good quarterback draft. So I'm curious on which people, where Sam Darnold gonna go is.
Here's the thing is they never know if it's a good quarterback draft.
Right.
That's the thing. These guys got to take. We don't really know until we're a few years down the line if these are good quarterback drafts. Ever.
Well, I don't know who's going to even be taken in the first round, quarterback wise. There's just not a lot of people.
They'll be taken because people need quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But like I said, they just don't know who's going to be good, but they'll take them because someone. It just is a shit. It's a shit show. It's a crapshoot. That's what I wanted to say. It's a crapshoot.
It's a crapshoot.
So that's football. That's coming up. Again, just none of this stuff is very interesting right now. I'm looking at headlines on ESPN. There's nothing that exciting. I did see though. The one thing that did happen is Bobby Portis got. Bobby Portis, mom's walking around being hot. NBA player got in trouble for substance abuse, a banned substance, a drug, but he's not really
a painkiller.
A painkiller. And the story sounds legit. I don't know. It wasn't his. It was basically his assistant has his prescription for it and gave him one. It was, and he tested positive for it. And it sounds like it's true. Like it sounds like that might be true. I don't know, but he's
That
not.
sucks.
But he's out for 25 games. But yeah, that's. I don't know. So I guess why I bring it up is like I wonder how they decide what is banned and what is not banned substances for. Because there's another one that's similar that's not banned that he normally takes, and they have a similar name. I'm like, what's the difference? What is in it that you're not? He's not allowed. Why is he not allowed to have it? Maybe it's because he doesn't have prescription for it.
Maybe.
If he had a prescription for it, maybe it would not be banned for him, like a substance abuse thing. Like because you're not, if a doctor prescribes you something, then you should be allowed to take it.
Right.
If it's something that you need.
It's such a bummer because I love Bobby Portis.
So it's interesting, yeah.
And I want him to play.
The drug, I never know. This is a weird. I've never seen this one before. This is a rare. I've never seen this before. What he's banned for.
It's just like not a good idea to take a
pill that someone hands you.
Right, especially if like it's you have to be careful because you get drug tested. It's like you probably should know.
Well, they have almost the exact same name. It's like
Did he think
Turbidol
it
and
was the same
Teradol.
thing?
It's like, huh? And
Did
they're
he
almost the
think
same
it was
drug.
what
They're
he
both just
took?
painkillers. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I have that. You can have one of mine." Basically, is what it was.
Oh, yikes!
Because it's like somebody trusts is his assistant.
Yeah, that sucks.
It might be a lie, maybe, but who knows?
Who knows?
Let the guy take a painkiller. He's in the NBA.
Right?
Who knows? I don't know. But it's not that big a deal. We probably won't. It'll be nice he gets back before the season's over. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how they decide what's illegal, what's not.
Right.
Well,
for the longest time, they couldn't smoke weed.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Right. I mean, it depends on where they live now, but
yeah.
But they don't drug test for it anymore. I don't believe. I don't think they do. I don't think they test for it at all. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, that's honestly sports wise, there is not shit going on. Oh, there was the hockey thing last week.
Oh yeah.
We didn't talk about that. They had this thing. So they basically, instead of an all-star game, hockey did this thing called the Four Nations. What were the Four Nations?
Right. I only know Canada
and USA.
US.
Four Nations. Hold on, I'm gonna see what it was here. Four Nations scores, I'll say, and that'll show me everyone in it. Four Nations scores. I can't find it. Why is it so hard to find things sometimes? Google has become not good. Google used to be awesome. I would just type in what I wanted and it would come up pretty damn quick. And now it goes to like 3 different websites. Google's dog shit. I'm just going to throw that out there. What do you think of that?
I'm just seeing if I can do it.
But you don't agree? But do it or not. And don't you agree that Google ain't shit no more?
Yeah. Okay. This says that it
was Canada, Finland, Sweden, and the US.
Yep.
I still didn't find the scores of the games, but that's what I got. I just was smarter and typed in teams, Four Nations teams instead of trying to find scores. That was my bad on that one. But anyway, there's this big some people cared about it, some sports fans. But what happened was Canada played the US and they fought the second the game started 3 times in like 10 seconds, 9 seconds it was. And so people were like, what's this about? So and the USA won that. And then they went to and then a few days later, they had to play Canada again in the championship game. And everyone got excited about it because of the fight. But everyone's already over. I mean, I feel like everyone's already over it. Like,
I know.
USA lost.
Yep.
So USA ended up losing. So Americans already don't give a shit.
Right.
It's already over, basically, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because hockey started and nobody's watching the NHL all of a sudden. It's not like they're like, cool, let's watch this San Jose Sharks game today. It's not really what's
I
happening.
don't. It's hockey is just not for me. So it's so hard for me to even have opinions on it because I start watching it. And I'm like, this just isn't for me.
And the
I
funny
don't
thing is,
like
the reason
it.
everyone got excited was because of the fighting. But the fighting
right.
to me has always been dumb. People are like, oh,
Same.
like they should have fighting and everything. I'm like, why? What are you talking about?
Because like
No.
imagine if it happened in any other sport. It would be
Any
like,
other
what the hell's
world.
going on?
Right.
Yeah.
If it started happening in an NBA game, if people just the second the jump ball started, fucking Giannis just started jacking dudes in the face. People are like, what the fuck are you doing? It's the dumbest thing ever. I hate how people act like it's because it's white dudes and everyone's fine with it.
Even in football, it's like, can you just imagine like whenever there's like fist thrown, it's like, whoa. And it just doesn't make any sense to me. And they're like, it's just part of the game. Why? It doesn't
Right.
make
It's
it
part
better.
of the game because you guys have, like,
it's just,
there's this weird thing to it. Like, yeah, part of the game. Like, why? It's like,
well, also it's because hockey players want to think that they're the toughest people
they really
in the world.
Hockey players have always thought they're the toughest dudes in the world.
And I mean, they're tough. I mean, they get their fucking teeth knocked
Oh,
out
yeah,
by
they're tough.
pucks and like,
I'm not saying they're not tough.
But it's like the fighting part
Fighting
of it
doesn't really
is
make you tough. It makes you fucking like a child.
Yeah.
Like, grow up.
Right.
Why are you fighting?
It's like you're adult men like going out and like fighting each other.
You know,
like
if someone like
brothers.
don't get me wrong, if someone like lays someone out and you want to protect your go protect him. But like just like to start the game off with a fight? What?
Right.
What is that? That was it feels like a move. Like, hey, let's get people caring about this.
Well, and it was because they were booing the national anthem.
I guess that's fair. I guess I might have fought him for that. I wouldn't have. I'm like lame.
Mm-hmm. I would have been like, right?
I still don't know why we do national anthems at sporting events. It doesn't really make any sense. I mean, I guess actually, you know what? When it's that sort of thing, it does make sense. When it's for like a thing where everyone, it's like country versus country. Yeah, that makes sense. But when both teams are American, like it's like the Yankees versus the fucking Red Sox. Why are we doing the national anthem? We're all American. It's for is it for both of us? Recognize
just for patriotism.
I don't know.
Well,
what?
The Yankees, they have a new thing where they're loosening up on their like beards. And,
yeah, why? What took them so goddamn long? It's 2025. Right? Like, what are you doing?
It's like that's so weird that it was even in it.
Like, you can't have facial hair on this team.
You
like,
can't have facial hair. You
like,
can't have long hair. Like, I just remember when Johnny Damon went from the Red Sox.
Yeah,
and he got substantially less cool.
some people need to have facial hair. Yeah. I'm one of them.
I mean, he looked like such a
Can you imagine?
goon.
Like, this is a little too short right now. A fucking fat face Henderson over here. You actually right now kind of look like Jason Momoa when they have the picture of Jason Momoa without facial hair. It's the vibe you got going on.
I'm kind of like weird. Like, I'm not looking very good today. I feel like my jaw is looking real jaw-like.
I had a problem where I had a little zoid here.
I saw that when we were hanging out this weekend.
And it was like, but I shaved so you could see it. It's annoying. But it's going away. Let's do a list. Let's do one of our lists. Again, there's just not a ton to talk about this week. It's been a pretty quiet
week. Do you have a dry moment or a wet moment of the week?
I wasn't ready for that. I was moving on to the list right now.
Okay. What list?
I mean, if you want to do dry moments, I was going to wait on it, but
I don't care. Let's do a list. What one?
Let's do the Delaware list because it sucks.
Okay.
So, hot moms and everyone else, Chris as well. It's time for our top 5 things from every state, week by week. So this week is Delaware. Delaware, I'm going to say, I don't think it was it was in the mix for hardest. Yeah, I didn't find a lot. I mean, there was some stuff. I'm happy with my 5, I'd say. But this is going to be our top 5 things related to the state of Delaware. Let me pull my list up here.
I really struggled, so I don't know if I just wasn't looking in the right places, but I was not finding a lot of Delaware stuff.
I mean, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't impossible. I found things I liked. And not a lot of things I didn't like. Things we'll talk about probably. Tara, what's your number 5 thing related to the state of Delaware?
My number 5 thing related to the state of Delaware is there are more chickens than people in Delaware. I
Oh,
thought
wow.
that was an insane fun fact.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not very populated. It's a very small, the second smallest state. So,
Well, plus they do a lot of chicken.
and they do a lot of
What is
chicken.
Purdue is there?
Mhm.
It's a pretty big chicken
Yeah.
producer. For that small of a state, I went, man, it must be mostly chickens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like to think about it. The amount of chickens that they're.
Well, you brought up the Purdue thing. I was just thinking there was free range chickens everywhere, so I'm gonna just believe that's what it is.
It's both, probably. It's probably both.
Yeah.
There's a lot of chicken in Delaware. That's a good. I did see that there was chicken stuff. I didn't know it had more chickens, and I didn't catch that stat. But it is a good stat. I like that stat.
Yep.
I like chicken. Purdue chicken though isn't always great in my opinion.
It's okay. It's so much better than Tyson. Tyson chicken.
Oh, Tyson's dog shit.
Disgusting.
Tyson. I like Tyson.
The
appetizers are so bad.
Ugh. It's so bad.
Man.
We're Purdue people over Tyson, but
For sure.
we're actually Schwann's chicken people.
That doesn't
RIP.
exist anymore. I'd rather just get the whatever the grocery store selling. Like, I don't know what to go with here. I'm gonna go with because I don't really care about this. That I'm gonna go with that Delaware was our first state. Delaware is our first state. Delaware first state is my number 5 thing related to the state of Delaware. That's pretty cool to be the first state. You know, it doesn't really do a lot for me. Don't live in Delaware, but that's kind of cool to be the first state to. I think they're the first state to ratify the word ratify the Constitution. What's the word? I'm dumb.
Ratify. Sign.
No, the word is not. It's like a word like ratify. Ratify? What's the word?
Is it?
I like how you went sign. No. Yeah, ratify. I was right.
Ratify.
1917. Ratification of the United States Constitution was a process that began in December 1787 and ended in May of 1790. So,
Nice.
I don't exactly know what it means, but Delaware was the first state to ratify the Constitution, December 7th, 1787.
Nice.
And then the next stat is New Hampshire became the 9th state. Why did it skip from that to that?
Pennsylvania, I think, was the second.
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
What does ratify mean?
Ratification.
Thanks. The ratification of the Constitution established the United States government, created a system based on federalism, separation of powers, and checks and balances that are not really being upheld these days. But whatever. That's not the kind of pod we are. The number 1 state, Delaware, my number 5 thing. Tara, what's your number 4?
My number 4 thing is Jell-O.
Nice. I'll put Jell-O there as well then. Jell-O. I have Jell-O pudding only though, not Jell-O jug. I don't like Jell-O. I like Jell-O pudding.
Okay, we were doing Jell-O shots this weekend, and you sure seemed to like it then.
Well, because it was given to me free. I'm going to drink it. I'm going to slurp it.
Here's the thing. I like Jell-O. I don't necessarily like Jell-O by itself, but there are certain things that have Jell-O in it that I'm all about. There's this it's a pretzel Jell-O strawberry cream cheese thing. It's freaking amazing.
Okay.
Jell-O cheesecake, Jell-O.
I like Jell-O brand.
Yes.
Jell-O brand. I just don't know. I prefer the pudding. And I do like that, like the no-bake Jell-O cheesecake a ton. Actually, that's probably, I'm going to put that higher up my list. That Jell-O cheesecake.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you that right now. So this is not my number 4.
Okay. It's my number 4.
Yeah. Just Jell-O. Regular Jell-O or Jell-O
Pops? Yum. Jell-O brand. Jell-O pudding pops.
Jell-O pudding pops. What about the fact that the second I hear Jell-O, I think of Bill Cosby. I can't help it. It's the first thing in my brain.
Jell-O pudding pops. No, nope, that was
Jell-O.
bad. That was bad.
Was that your Bill Cosby? I guess you hadn't heard him in a while, so.
Rudy.
I actually probably think of Keenan doing his Cosby more than I actually think of Cosby being Cosby.
I probably do too.
Keenan Keenan's been in our lives for so damn long, Tara.
I know, and I love him.
He's the longest running castmate on
Of SNL.
SNL.
And we had him on all of that, too.
Did you know what I saw? I saw the longest running female ever was Cecily Strong.
Really?
Yeah, 10 years.
How long was she? Damn.
10 years.
Crazy.
It's crazy to me because, like, to me, she doesn't have an iconic moment on the show.
People loved her.
Huh?
People loved
still,
her.
They at the 50. Did you watch any of the 50th? At the 50th, they had her show up as the character I never liked. You probably guess
the drunk one.
The drunk one at the fucking the drunk woman at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was there doing it, and she's pregnant in real life, I believe.
Oh, she is.
So she was playing a pregnant drunk woman, which is a funny idea, but it wasn't funny. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to be a dick. It never connected with me with her for some reason. Never got it.
Liked that. I thought I liked that character all right. I thought it was funny. She definitely was not meant to be
never thought it was funny.
Remember when she was doing the weekend update?
She did it for like 1 second, right?
Yeah, and they realized that it didn't work. Well, for one, it's like her people's favorite thing were her characters, so it took away.
But yeah, so it was her. They did her, and it's so weird because of all these classic weekend update characters they've had over the years. It was her they brought in, and they brought in one other one which I do like, and it was Drunk Uncle. Is it Drunk Uncle?
Was it?
It's Bobby Moynihan.
But yeah,
is it Drunk Uncle? What does he call it?
Yeah,
and
Fitbit.
Yeah, but he was good. He did it, and I enjoyed it. But of all the things they've had as like. Those were the two because they got to shoehorn everybody in. Bill Hader didn't show up.
Oh,
he was one of the few dudes that was not there. Him and a couple other people. Not many though. Not many didn't show up. Tara, my number 4 thing since I took that off the list is going to be Kool-Aid / Crystal Light. Both Kool-Aid and Crystal Light. I love like the mixes, the boom. They're both Delaware, and I like them both quite a bit. Love a little Kool-Aid, love a little Crystal Light. Quench. I like to flavor my water up.
Did you ever? This was so gross, but I remember in like 5th grade, it was cool, or it was the thing to bring a bag of Kool-Aid mixed with sugar, and you would just like eat it with your finger, and it would stain it. Yeah.
No, that was not. That must have been nobody in I knew did that.
Yeah,
that was your dumb fucking grade.
We did it, and it was.
But we had a dumb one too. For some reason, we all went through this phase where you could bring snack. There's snack time. We went through a phase where we all brought in like dry. Someone brought in dry spaghetti noodles once, and then we all started doing it. Like Tara was nuts.
So dumb.
Like we're so dumb, and whoever I don't remember who did it, but like that's a cool person. So I think I did it like once or twice. I'm like, this sucks. Yeah. Why are we pretending like this is? And it was so loud. It was so loud and crunchy. Like we're all like crunch. Like
it's so funny.
Fucking dry fucking spaghetti.
Those are 2 really ridiculous.
So what probably happened is someone's parents were broke, probably, right? Think about it. This is probably what exactly happened. It's not like, and they're like, I don't have any snacks, so they just grabbed dry pasta noodles as their snack for the day. And then we're all like, that's cool. And then we all did it. That's how things happen, man. That's how things start.
That's nutty. That's so
I wonder
funny.
who it was that brought it in. But I feel like that's probably what happens. Like mom and dad, whoever it was mom and dad were broke. They didn't have any snacks, and they brought in this dry ass pasta, and then we all started doing it.
It's so
but it was spaghetti though. It wasn't any other pasta. First of all, because I don't think anything else existed in our brain. I think we only knew about spaghetti in Oregon, Wisconsin in 1995.
Can you imagine trying to crunch on like a
penne
noodle, like break your teeth off?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
For sure. Here, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is pumpkin chunkin'.
Oh shit! I didn't catch that. I like pumpkin chunkin'. They used to show it every year on like TLC. I don't think they do anymore.
I loved it. I always wanted to do it, and it was.
We don't have the skill set to do it.
No,
I'd like to go to it.
It was very fun.
They just flung it so far.
Just
I like the cannon one. I didn't like I didn't like when it was the cannon. I like it
No,
better when it
I
was like
liked when it was like
the
a
trebuchet. I think. How do you say that?
yeah.
It's like almost like a catapult. And then they probably, I
Yep.
think they had a catapult one. They had different
I
versions
think
of it.
that yes, like, and I think some of them could have like motors maybe, and then
Well, there was a
others
cannon one that was
couldn't,
like,
and yeah,
and that was one the actual
so fun.
farthest.
I always
But there was,
remember watching it being like, I just want to go to the pumpkin chunkin'.
but I remember one of the trebuchet people was so good at it that it almost flew as far as like the cannon ones. And it
Yeah.
beat some of the cannon ones. Yeah, the pumpkin chunkin was a fun thing that they started showing during like Thanksgiving
Uh,
and like TLC for a couple years. And then I wonder if they still show it. I always love pumpkin chunkin'.
mm-hmm.
Man, pumpkins are cool.
And they
Is
would just like
pumpkin-
explode. That was fun.
Yeah. Pumpkins are a fun thing.
Yeah.
My number 3. Man, I don't really know. This sucks. You're right. I don't care. None of these seem like they should be my number 1.
I know.
No, I know my number 1 is. Never mind. So my number 3 thing from related to Delaware is gonna be is Monopoly. I don't love Monopoly. Like we didn't play it a lot, but like the times I played, I enjoy myself. But then it's kind of like it's just so much luck involved.
I hate Monopoly. I'm not a Monopoly girl. The only thing I like about Monopoly are the different pieces. Those are fun.
Oh yeah. That's probably why I
Love
like. It's
the
like
pieces.
they always had a good heft to them. They were like
Yeah.
nice and solid.
Mhm.
Man, I kind of want just the Monopoly pieces. I think years later they redid them and they're like cheaper and shittier. It's like I think I've even seen it where it's almost like a piece of cardboard. You know that you almost like Candyland.
That's lame.
And it's like, why would I want
just-
Monopoly if I'm not gonna have a nice, heavy
Like,
weighted?
had some weight to it.
Yeah.
Like,
What was your favorite Monopoly piece?
I think I liked the thimble.
Everybody likes the thimble. I always liked the boot.
Ooh.
I would say, and I can't remember any of the other pieces.
Was there a dog?
There was a dog. I was a boot guy though. There was also like a car. You looking up at the Monopoly pieces?
Yeah.
There was a hat. I've named a
Yeah.
lot of them so far.
Monopoly pieces.
But I liked the boot. Oh, the cannon.
There was
A boat. A
a
wheelbarrow.
train. The little Scotty dog. An iron.
I guess they probably all represented different. They probably all represented different industries, I'd imagine, right? Is that probably what it is?
A wheelbarrow.
Yeah. An iron,
Mm-hmm.
cannon, and a boat. And there's a guy on a horse.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed.
This one
Yeah,
has
the thimble is always good.
cat. Yeah.
But I kind of want someone's just selling the pieces. These are
Wow.
some really old ones. Holy shit. These are fun. Monopoly. I did not care about the hotels as much. They're just little plastic boring things.
Yeah. Those weren't fun.
But yeah, Monopoly. I don't really care about it that much, but Delaware has slim pickings, so I got to pick
They
something.
do. They do.
Tara, what's your number 2 thing related to the state of Delaware?
My number 2 thing related to the state of Delaware is the movie Fight Club.
That's my number 2.
Woo!
That's
Great
my number
movie.
2.
Love that movie. Love Brad Pitt. Love Ed Norton.
It's funny that did I ever know it was Delaware when I watched it? No.
Nope.
But now I
Never in a
do.
million years, but now I know.
Yeah, Fight Club's
Such-
good. There was a couple other movies, but nothing I really cared about. Empire Records.
I've never seen that one.
But yeah, Fight Club, man.
Yeah.
It's funny. I was going to watch Fight Club last week and then I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't have it. It wasn't streaming anywhere. It was like $3.99 to stream and $4.99 to buy. So I'll probably just buy it because I do want to. Maybe I'll watch it this week because I've been
I
wanting to
feel
watch
like
it.
Fight Club was one of the first movies that you had me watch when you started having me watch movies.
Yeah. Back
And I
when we
loved
lived
it.
together when we were yellow longer, and I'd have you watch movies
Yep.
because you weren't really a movie watcher. Still aren't. But yeah, Fight Club's good, man. People kind of miss the point of it, but it's one of those type of movies where like bros are like, bruh, Fight Club. I'm like, yeah, but that's not what it's really about, dummy.
Right.
You fucking idiot. Just like, I mean, the same.
The twist in it's great. I loved it.
Yeah. It is a good twist. I just don't know. I'm not positive when I knew because I feel like I figured it out before. Like, but I feel like it was like
definitely
2 seconds before they told me. I was like, wait a minute.
I
You know, there's a
didn't,
theory
but
that what's her name doesn't exist too, right?
oh really?
Like she's also a part of his like, because I don't think she like interacts with other people really either. But yeah, there's some people say that she's actually just another part of his personality.
Interesting. Interesting.
Lots of stuff like that. But anyway, I haven't seen it in a while. I've been wanting to watch it, and I like his movies quite a bit. So
All
I want
right.
to check it out.
Well, we know what your number one is.
Yeah, my number one. But we'll do yours first.
My number one you might dislike because it's personal. So the world
That is
won't
personal's
know
fine.
about
I wish I had a personal Delaware thing to fucking talk about. I don't.
Okay.
Never been.
My number one Delaware is my friend Mel. She's
Oh, wow.
from Delaware. She's one of my faves. I did improv with her. She's the sweetest girl. She's super talented. And she is from Delaware. I was supposed to be in her wedding and I was going to go to Delaware. Never been. Was going to go. But then COVID hit and wrecked it for
Oh,
everybody.
that makes sense that she's from Delaware. And Aubrey Plaza's from Delaware.
And her husband's from Delaware. And he's great too.
And they're friends. That makes sense because I know they're friends. I'm like, oh,
Yes.
they're all from Delaware. Oh,
They're
okay.
from Delaware.
Does she know him from like college? Her husband?
She knew him before college.
Oh, like high school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did they go to high school
They
together?
did like no, she went to an all girls high school, but they did like I think they ran
Crossovers?
in the same crowd or did like theater or something together, but they knew each other.
Got it. I didn't know that.
Or
Delaware.
maybe they met in college. I could be wrong. It could be they met in college.
I think college is what I thought.
They might have. I
Thought
think you might be right.
They were in like college together, like college,
Probably.
like
That's
improv
probably
together,
more
I think, maybe.
accurate. That's probably more
I think
accurate.
they did college stuff together.
yeah.
In Delaware. Did they go? Where'd they
They
go to
moved
school?
away. They moved away.
Where did she
and
go to
then
school?
University of Delaware.
Okay.
Moved away, and then they found each other, and it was a beautiful thing.
Wow.
It was amazing.
It
But
happened.
yes, Mel Forrest, she's the best.
You don't have to throw her full name out.
Okay, well,
She's a star.
cut it out. She is
No,
a star.
She's a star. She should be a guest on our pod.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. It's a good one. Mine is personal as well. Because I love it. This might be a surprise, Tara. My number one thing related to the state of Delaware is Jell-O, no bake, cheesecake.
Yeah.
My number one thing related to Delaware is Jell-O, no bake, cheesecake. I love it. I could eat it always. And I'm not the only one. I got other family members that love it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. It's yummy.
It's one of those things that you can just maybe eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
in
And
one
it's like,
sitting.
not quality or anything like that.
No, but it just is.
It's just like that buttery graham cracker crust and then like this fake cheese Jell-O pudding cheesecake is all it is. And I love it. I think it's like decadent as hell. Like if I went to a fancy restaurant, I think, Tara, if I went to a fancy ass restaurant, right? Super fancy. Like we went to a pretty tasty restaurant the other night.
Yeah.
If they just had on their list, it said we have Jell-O no bake cheesecake, I would have ordered it for sure.
Oh yeah.
And they could charge me $5 for the slice, which it probably cost them less than that to make the whole thing. Do it. It's good.
Do it.
Something about it is tasty.
Do you like when it has like the fruits on it?
No, I've never ever put fruit on it. Tara, how many times have I had to tell you in my life, do not fruit my dessert. Don't fruit my dessert. I don't want fruit in my dessert.
I like it, but that's okay.
It's not okay. It's gross. It ruins
Strawberry.
the texture. It's a perfect texture, and you start putting fruit on it, it ruins the texture of it.
The strawberry is good.
Rune is the texturer. I had a bunch of extra syllables there. Did you watch? Wait, that's Delaware. Any other Delaware stuff? I said a couple people that we didn't mention. Judge Reinhold. I'm a big Judge Reinhold fan. Gotta love Judge Reinhold. What's your favorite Judge Reinhold movie, Tara? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Vice versa. Beverly Hills Cop. All of those are good.
Fast Times. Very good.
He's really good in he might be the best part of Beverly Hills Cop 2, though. He's really good in Beverly Hills Cop 2. Ryan Phillippe. I love Ryan Phillippe. He's hot,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
He's like known as a dad bod guy now, but he's not really a dad bod guy.
No, he's hot.
I mean, he just isn't like cut. I'm a big. What's your favorite Ryan Phillippe? Cruel Intentions.
Yes, 100%.
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
No,
You don't like that movie?
I do, but I like Cruel Intentions.
I'm trying to think what my favorite Phillippe is. I do like Cruel Intentions. MacGruber. He's really good in MacGruber.
MacGruber.
I Know You Did Last Summer. Yeah, he didn't have to do a ton of great stuff.
No, he didn't really have a big career.
I want to say he was in Black Hawk
like his
Down.
ex-wife.
I want to say he was in Black Hawk Down. He is good in MacGruber. I think he's coming back, though. That's the thing. I think he's coming back.
That's good.
Doing stuff here and there. Well, he was in Crimson Tide, which we watched recently. Or no, that was me and Trin that watched that. Me and Trin watched that. And then obviously you said Aubrey Plaza, who I used to not be a huge Aubrey Plaza guy. I don't know if you knew that, but I really came around to her. I really like her quite a bit. I find her to be quite charming and cool. And she's been in a lot of cool shit. Like she doesn't just do comedy. She's cool and shit. And then the only other one I had was your twin sister, Elena Deladon.
Oh, yeah. My twin.
Hooper.
I had a couple.
Let's hear it.
I had,
You said you didn't have any.
I did.
I said you had any other extras? And you're like, no.
And then I said, oh, I have a couple.
Oh, okay, let's hear them.
I have Sean Patrick Thomas.
Who's that?
He was breaking the color barriers.
Oh, was he in
Save the Last Dance?
Save the Last Dance, yeah.
Yep. I have President Joe Biden.
I don't think he was born there, though.
I have...
I believe his kids were, though.
Spacesuits.
Yeah, I saw that.
And no sales tax.
Oh, they don't have a sales tax. Interesting. There was a bunch of things that are like Teflon, stuff like that. Like they have like a big chemical business in like DuPont does a lot of stuff that's like cutting edge scientific chemical stuff. It even said the word chemicals. It's like somewhere like claim, like so they like do a lot of science like
chemicals.
I think it's a place where a lot of like stuff that's probably killing us started. Stuff that's bad for us, giving us cancer. If I had to guess. So that's Delaware, Tara. Our not number one. Our favorite state. Our number one state. What's our next state?
Florida.
Florida could be good.
It could be good. There's a lot of Florida stuff.
I feel like there's a lot of good Florida stuff.
Yeah.
Things of that nature.
Florida.
We got Florida coming up.
It's a hell of a drug.
Before I move on, did you watch White Lotus last night?
No.
Oh, you didn't. You watched the first week though, right?
No.
Oh, you're still behind.
I'm still behind.
You got to get up on that so we can talk White Lotus. What are we doing?
I'll catch up.
So yeah, guys, we are big White Lotus fans. I watch it though, and I get a little bit of PTSD from my days working in hotels. But the new season so far, pretty good. Good cast, really good cast, actually. I want to talk about it, but Tara hasn't seen any of it because it's so far so
How's
good.
Arnold's son doing?
He's a piece of shit, and he's great at it. He's playing a real piece of shit. What else was he?
I feel like that's who he was in something else where he was a real piece of shit.
I mean, because that's just what he looks like. He looks like a guy that's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
he's perfect,
like a frat boy,
piece of shit. He's what he's perfect for. What's his first name?
Patrick
Schwarzenegger.
I think so.
I think you're right. But yeah, he was in some. What was the other thing he was in? God, he just looks like a piece of shit. I mean, he probably is.
He also hates that he's being called a nepo baby. It's like,
I mean, he is.
If the shoe fits, Patrick.
It's like you don't get to decide that you're a nepo baby or not, dude. Like you know, both of your parents are very famous.
Yeah, doesn't mean you can't do a good job. You're still a nepo baby.
Right. Oh, he's in this show called Gen V, which is like a offshoot of The Boys, and he just plays a real piece of shit in it.
That's not what I know him from. Let me look.
I don't know what else you'd know him for. I don't know. The only thing I could see that you maybe saw was Grown Ups too. Because unless you saw Midnight Sun, I don't know what that is. I don't think you saw him in anything, Terry. I'm going to be honest. Unless you watch The Terminal List. Because I'm looking at his movies and shows, and nothing that you would watch. Maybe you've just seen him in life and you think he. He was in the Aaron Hernandez movie. It looks like. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Maybe. You would know him from.
What's Generation V?
I just told you it's the offshoot of The Boys where he plays a piece of
Oh.
shit. He's like a real piece of shit in it.
You're probably right. I don't know him from any of these things.
I think you just know he looks like a piece of shit. I'm not saying he is a piece of shit, but yeah, a lot of these things I just don't think you've seen. Maybe you have. I don't know.
No, I'm looking. I don't know any of these things.
I mean, I've only seen a few of them. Maybe Moxie. Have you seen Moxie?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, anyway, get to watching so we can talk about it a little bit. Break it down.
Will do.
It's been good.
Will
2
do.
episodes. It's 2 episodes deep. It's only 8 episodes, so it's basically over. Tara, do you have any wet or dry moments for the week?
I do.
Let's hear them.
Which one would you like first?
Don't matter. Just tell me.
My wet moment was I went to Chicago and I got to hang out at Drewsy's and we had a fun time. And then the next day we ended up going to Carol's and we were dancing and singing and it was just everyone was in such a good mood and it just was such a fun freaking night. We stayed out very late. Very late.
Wasn't that late?
I mean, we got home by 2 something.
No, it was before 2.
1:30. I know. It was like 1:30.
I think I was in bed by about 2:15.
Yeah.
We ate food and watched stuff.
Oh, that's another wet moment. Those
Pretzels?
pretzels from Aldi. They slapped. They
Yeah,
were
if you guys want these, there's these pretzels you get at Aldi. They're like in the cold section and you heat them up for 5 minutes in the oven, just 5 minutes. And it just warms them up and you dip them in this cheese sauce that comes with them. And they do slap. They slap a bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're not cheap though. It's like $7. But they're good.
Not cheap.
I had the other ones yesterday for dinner. And the other ones
good?
are sweet sauce. It's a sweet sauce and it wasn't as good.
No.
It's like a cinnamon frosting sauce that wasn't that good of a sauce.
I feel like the cheese
sauce had been better.
The cheese sauce.
Because it would have been more like an Auntie Anne sort of thing, but it wasn't. The sauce wasn't good. If it had been a good sauce, like if it had been like, say it would have been like Cinnabon level cream, like frosting, it'd probably been awesome.
We're basically saying the same thing. I'm saying that the cheese sauce is what made it really slap.
But the pretzels are good though too. I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I still enjoyed the pretzels last night. I just didn't like the sauce at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Because pretzels are tasty. And what was your dry moment?
My dry moment is
your bubbly
today.
guts.
No, today, Mom goes, "Hey, you don't use that toothbrush that's in your bathroom, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's my toothbrush." She's like, "Oh, well, you didn't take it with you." I was like, "I have a travel toothbrush." And she goes, "Oh, because Miyagi licks it all the time."
Tara, I don't know why your toothbrush is left out. Toothbrushes are meant to be put away.
Well, Miyagi licks it all the time, so now
That's disgusting.
I know.
You
It's
probably
disgusting.
have feline AIDS now.
Do not.
Crazy. Yeah,
I
Tara,
slept
you're
like a
supposed to
goddamn
put
dream.
when you were here, you were leaving you had your toothbrush just sitting out in my bathroom. I hated it. I'm like, that thing's
What was I supposed to do with it?
Put it in the cabinet with in the cup. Who cares? There's plenty of room in the cup for it. Or get a cover for it at least. Tara, she just had it sitting on the ledge above the toilet. I'm like, this thing's gonna fall in the toilet. Or at least like when I flush, because when you flush, stuff goes spurting. And Tara's basically brushing her teeth with cat spit and human shit. Tara, your mouth is disgusting. No wonder you're alone. People can sense it. People can sense it.
They're like, that girl's got cat shit.
She got cat shit and she got cat spit and human shit. Though actually in your bathroom, Tara, you got the kitty litter there too. You gotta put Tara, you can't just have your toothbrush sitting out like that. Put it away.
I will.
Or put the kitty litter in something. That thing's huge. You need a
He
container.
needs a big place. He's a big boy.
Put it in a
That's
cabinet.
another dry moment. I think he's getting fat.
I told you to fucking feed him less.
I do.
No, you don't.
Yes,
Tara,
I
I told you
do.
we used to give Carrot a half of a little one, and she still was getting fat. He doesn't need that much food.
Does though.
He doesn't though.
He's hungry.
Yeah, that's what the dry food's for.
He eats that in about a second.
Guess what? He needs to learn. Tara,
I just need to get a vet appointment for him so they can tell me how much to feed
I'm
him.
telling you. I had a cat.
Every cat's different. Mr. Miyagi's a big boy.
Yeah, and Carrot was getting fat as fuck.
I know, but she also slept all the time. Miyagi's active.
She was active at night. My wet moment of the week. Man, did I have a wet moment? I enjoyed Tara coming down to visit me, but my wet moment was probably going to get Side Street Saloon and getting pizza on Sunday. It was delicious.
It was good.
I love Side Street Saloon.
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of these places that just like it's just a bar, but the fucking pizza for some reason, I'll say it, Tara, slaps.
Slaps.
Why are we saying slaps? Who are
I
we?
don't know.
We're not saying slaps. It was good as fuck.
Slaps.
Good ass pizza. Side Street Saloon. And then my dry moment, probably I ate way too much over there. I just ate like a fat pig all weekend, and I put on some LBs, and I gotta be better this week. So far today, so good. But it's early. Who knows? And then also my other moment, I've just been watching the shit out of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's just on at all times while I'm doing shit. I'm loving Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I didn't really watch it the first time around. Charles Boyle's one of my favorite characters ever on TV. Just so y'all know.
Yeah.
4 seasons are on there. I guess I have Peacock where they're all at, but I have commercials on Peacock because I get it free with my internet. But I think the rest of the seasons are going on Netflix on the 27th, I believe.
Good.
So I'm good. Anything else of that matter? No. We had another list, Tara.
Mm-hmm.
Our list number 2 is we did our top 5 traditional wives, or better known in the world as trad wives. Our top 5 trad wives, which was fun from like TV history, movie history sort of thing. I'm not saying that I think trad wives need to exist. Like, I'm not like saying the women that's their role in life, but if the ones that do exist, these are the ones I enjoy because they all the women I picked have like a strong, personality. They're not just a traditional wife. They're not like what's her name from Mad Men? Why am I blanking on her name? January Jones's character.
I don't know. I never watched it.
I didn't pick her because she was kind of annoying, but she's a trad wife. So yeah, trad wives. I mean, it's a loose. I would say this is probably a little loose on trad wife. These are from these TV shows, but not super loose. That's what she said. Tara, it's time for our top 5. What's your take on the trad wife sitch before we start going through the list?
What do you mean?
Talk about trad wives and how you chose and things like that.
How I chose mine? Well, I don't know if you mean just my list or like just in general. What do I think of trad wives?
Sure, whatever. We're talking about trad wives. Have a take.
I think trad wives, it's a tough ass job to be a trad wife.
I think that would depend upon who your partner is.
Sure.
I think it can
but
be.
If I'm thinking,
I think for some women, it could be not a hard job.
Right, but I'm just thinking, like, I don't know. It's a lot to be a trad wife.
Again,
cooking and
depends
cleaning
on your situation.
Cooking and cleaning. This girl don't want none of that.
I do that all damn day.
Don't want none of that.
If there was such a thing as a trad huz, I'd do it in a second.
Ugh.
I'd do it in a second. I'd be
hate
great
cleaning
at it.
so much. Also, being around kids all day, not for me.
That's what I'm saying. If you only have you have one kid, by the time that kid goes off to school and you're just kind of like chilling all day, and then he's like start doing other stuff. That's why there's not as many trad wives too. Women start getting bored. They're like, I'm tired of this shit. Mm-hmm. It's more about boredom than anything.
And I would say most of mine are a definite trad wife, but got a little more spice to them.
Sure.
Not all.
Tara,
of them,
who's your number 5? I'm sure I would imagine some of our hot moms on walks right now are trad wives.
Oh yeah.
If you're a trad wife, listen to this right now. Let us know what it's like.
Yeah.
And
Let
do
me
you
know if
not
I'm
like
wrong.
the term trad wife?
Right.
Because it does, for some reason, when you say, like, when I say trad wife, it sounds like a slur. And it's
Well,
not,
I think that's because it kind of has a negative connotation to
which
it.
I don't
just
think is
because-
fair.
Right.
Some women want to be that.
Yes.
It's a life that they think is awesome.
Right. And that is like their dream.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying that. I don't want it to sound like
No.
I'm being like belittling of like someone who
Oh,
wants
God.
to be a stay-at-home mom.
Not at all.
I mean, they used to call
I
it
said-
stay-at-home mom. That's just what they
Yeah.
used to call it.
Yep.
But I think trad wife almost has like
I think there's
religious. I think trad wife
Yeah.
almost has like religious like undertones to it. Would you agree with
Yeah,
that
I think
almost?
now it's kind of has like the religious undertones and like kind of oppressive.
Yeah, you should be staying at
behavior.
home, and when I come home, dinner better, and I better get a beach.
Exactly. And
I better get
exactly.
I better get a Hummer the second I walk through that door. And the kids
100%.
better be in bed already because I don't want to see them.
Yes. 100%.
So this is about cool trad wives
Yeah.
whose
Okay.
husbands. I think because all of these, the husband also I like the husband, not fully, but
Right.
Tara, we'll start with you. Tara, who's your
Okay.
number 5 trad wife?
My number 5 trad wife is Annie from Overboard.
Oh, that's a good one. I
Just
need to
kind
think
of a
about
little
that
bit
because
of
that
a
is what she
twist.
becomes.
Yeah. Because she starts out as like a rich bitch and then becomes a little trad wife with her memory loss. And she's awesome at it. And she's such a good mom. And she takes her role serious.
Yeah.
And she's so dang cute. And I love her. And I just think that she even like makes her husband, not her actual husband, but makes him better and has him chasing his dreams and pushes him to be better for the
Sure.
family.
That's because she's not really a trad wife. Her true trad wife, non-trad wifeness comes out, I feel like.
I don't know. I think a lot of like
her
trad
ambition
wives
and
will
stuff.
push their husbands to do better.
Sometimes. It's probably true. Man, I didn't put mine in order, which was a mistake. I'm going to say my number 5 trad wife of all time is going to be Helen Griswold. Helen Griswold of the Griswolds of the Vacation franchise. She is, some of these I'm not positive if they had a job or not. They didn't really talk about it, but I'm pretty
Right.
sure it was all. I think it was just Clark who had a job, and she was the stay-at-home mom, trad wife sitch. But she's awesome. She saves the day all the time. She puts Chevy in his place. She puts Clark W in his place quite a bit. Takes care of her dipshit kids and all these puts up with all this random weirdos at holidays and vacations. So I'm gonna go with Helen Griswold, and also plus, and you might see a theme for some of these. Hot. Helen Griswold, hot.
I like it.
Hot.
All right. My number 4
Yeah, who's your number
is
4 trad wife?
my number 4 trad wife is Marge Simpson.
Marge Simpson, honorable mention for me.
I loved her, even though her family's full of chaos and it's wild and crazy. And Homer. She seems like a very caring and loving mom,
Yeah.
and she's got a good heart. I love her. She puts up with Homer. She balances out that man.
I mean, she might be the only good person on that whole show.
Yeah.
She always has a positive attitude in all situations, I would say.
She's
She lets Homer get
pure-hearted.
away with a
She's
little more than she
pure-hearted.
should let Homer get away with, but she's kind of fucking, she's kind of fucking satcheled to him, so there's not much she can do. She's got a fucking 80.
But she also loves Homie.
She does love Homie. I don't know if she's nice. She's a good mom. I think she's a good mom. She's a good mom.
I think she's a good mom.
I mean, she lets Homer choke Bart.
Not great.
She lets Homer choke Bart. I don't know. That's just how it was, though. That's how it was back in the 90s.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I had her as an honorable mention because I do like Marge. Also, hot. Hot. I'm going to go with my number 4 trad wife of all time, and it's going to be Marie Barone. Marie Barone is awesome.
Good. I didn't even think of this one.
you
Good.
fucked up because she's
I done
awesome.
fucked up because she is awesome.
She's like the perfect, because she's like
my
the older
favorite.
version, because you're thinking of like, she's like a grandma now. She's a trad grandma, really.
Mhm.
But yeah, because she's got, and then there's Deborah, who's also not on your, is she on your list?
No.
Okay, so Deborah is a trad wife herself, and it's fine. But Marie Barone is annoying. Like, she's a nut and annoying, but she's so good. Like, she's awesome. Marie Barone. She's like, I gotta love me some Marie Barone. I love me some Everybody Loves Raymond, and mostly Marie Barone is probably the main reason. Like, she's probably the best part of that show.
I think everyone's pretty fucking good in that show.
Yeah, but someone's got to be the best, and I think it's her. Like,
I kind of love Deborah.
Yeah, that's fine, but like, as far as comedy goes, Marie is basically 100%. Like, when she comes on screen, it gets good.
Yeah.
Like, Deborah doesn't always have funny scenes. Deborah gets to be the buzzkill quite a bit. I mean, that's her job in the show, but yeah, Marie Barone.
My number 3 trad wife is Mother Parker from A Christmas Story.
Yeah, that's a good one.
She's a freaking, she puts up with Papa Parker, and she's so loving to those kids. And like, Randy is such a little bitch, and she gets him to eat his food, and you can like tell that they even say it in it, she hasn't had a hot meal in years because she's always taking care of everybody else.
Yeah, she just looks tired at all times.
She looks tired, but she's a good mom.
Like, she's like a true trad wife.
And wife.
Like,
yes.
a true, like truly, especially like a trad wife for like a middle income family like that, you know? Like, because like a traditional wife for like a rich guy might be a little more like glamorous, but she's like, we're living on one, this is, I mean, she was probably the last of them before like women, like, I probably should get a job too, because we can't afford this shenanigans on your salary sort of thing. We're both unhappy, and I'm tired.
She was tired.
No, she's good. She's great. That's a good one. I didn't think of her. I'm going to go with my number 3 trad wife of all time is, and again, this one I'm not positive. We don't really know, but I'm guessing it's true. My number 3 trad wife of all time is going to be Faye Marvin, the wife of Dr. Leo Marvin. I love me some Faye Marvin. I mean, I don't know why she's with Dr. Leo Marvin, because he's a cunt.
And she's just
like such a sweet angel. But that's just how it is, man. That's women get with some dudes and
stay with them
your
forever.
phone. Is your phone by your thing, Tara?
Uh-uh.
I'm just hearing that. I'm hearing a little feedback. But yeah, so Faye Marvin, and I don't think she has a job. If I had to guess, I think she's just taking care of
He's the famous Dr. Leo Marvin.
He's the famous Dr. Leo Marvin. She don't need a gig.
Baby steps.
Can you imagine? If she was work? He'd probably kill her if she went to work.
Yeah.
But she just like has this great attitude at all times. Then she's nice to Bob. Also, I think she hates Dr. Leo Marvin, and that's why I think she enjoys Bob so much, because it's like driving Dr. Leo Marvin insane. Like, she loves it. She's like, this is hilarious. Like, this guy is driving my husband nuts, and my husband's a douche. So, Faye Marvin, number 3. I think one of these we will share on my top 2, and I don't think we'll share the other one.
Okay.
That's my guess. Tara, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Samantha from Bewitched.
Oh, wow. Samantha from Bewitched. That's a good one.
Because she was that trad wife, traditional wife, but she was also a witch.
That's
So
true.
that's really fun.
Right.
And
She didn't have to be.
No.
She chose to be.
Yeah. Like she wanted to be a traditional wife and like not like she didn't want to be like a witchy witch. She wanted to have that like American dream.
Yeah.
But every once in a while her little witchiness would pop up.
Yeah. I get that.
And she
She's
was
good.
great.
I like her. She also didn't let Darren get away with bullshit.
Nope.
I mean, she kind of did. She actually like appeased him way too much. I'm like, stop trying to make. You're a witch. Who cares if Darren's pissed?
It's just she wanted that American dream. It was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be a witch.
I don't want to be like my mom.
Yes.
So I didn't have that. So I guess maybe you'll have my number 2. I don't know.
I don't
It
know.
but my number 2 trad wife of all time is Kitty Foreman.
Oh my gosh.
Not your number 1?
No, I
Your
didn't even.
list sucks.
Oh my god.
You probably
I
went
love
with the
Kitty.
most obvious one, is my guess. But Kitty Foreman is like the best. The reason she's not number 1, you'll see, because
I
my number
want her
1
to
is
be my number 1.
sick. But Kitty Foreman is, again, just the best. Just great energy, taking care of the kids. Just
She
happy
wasn't a trad wife.
Did she have a job?
She was a nurse.
Oh, that's right. Shit.
That's why I wasn't thinking of her.
I was thinking she was, but I forgot she had a job. Fuck. I was trying to think. I'm like, did she have a job? She did have a job, though. She wasn't a trad wife. She had a lot of trad wife tendencies, though. How about, I got to come up with them, but I don't want to steal your number 1. So give me your number 1. Give me your number 1, and then I'll work around it.
My number 1
because I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that. That's not gonna work.
My number 1 is Lucille Ball. Lucy Ricardo.
I left her off just because she was always up to shenanigans.
I know, but
I feel like she
loved
wasn't
her.
trad wifing.
She was trad wifing, but it was like she never like
she would have jobs though.
Not really. She was just she was
experiences.
A trad wife. Yeah, they were experiences, but she was a stay-at-home mom for little Ricky. And that's why I like her, because she was a trad wife, but she was still living her best life, like getting in shenanigans, and Ricky still loved her and took care of her and would get mad at her.
Yeah.
Lucy, you got some explaining to do.
Lucy's good. That's a good one. I'll just make her my number 2.
Okay.
As well. Because I thought about it, but I'm like, is she a trad wife? But you're right, she was. So I'll put her at 2, and she fits in that Kitty vein. It was like real sassy and real fun. Kitty's on the outside looking in. I'll put her at 6 and just like pretend like she's a trad wife. But my number 1 trad wife of all time is Laura Petrie. Laura's great. Laura's Mary Tyler Moore is a total babe. And she's really, like, her and Rob have a really great relationship, in my opinion.
Yep.
She's a good mom, and she always throws a good party.
She does throw a good party.
She throws a good goddamn party.
For a trad wife, that's important.
She's a really good trad wife. I'm a big Laura Petrie is my OG trad wife. I would say.
Yeah, she was honorable mention.
Big fan, but she's a babe, also a babe. She was like one of my very first crushes as a kid. I loved Laura Petrie. Mary Tyler Moore in general, I loved. Love the Mary Tyler Moore show. Not a trad wife.
No, a boss babe.
Yeah, she's a boss babe. We could do should we next week do our top 5 boss babes?
Sure.
So yeah, so we gotta even it out. We can't just do trad wives. Because what if we have hot moms that are also boss babes listening, Tara? So next week we're gonna do our top 5 boss babes.
Love it.
Along with Florida.
So
our top 5 boss babes, whatever the fuck that means to us. A couple honorable mentions. I think I had the only one I didn't put that now because you said Marge was a Carol Brady, obviously.
Yeah.
But I just never cared about her that much.
Right.
I wasn't ever that into the Brady Bunch, I would say.
I don't know. I like the Brady Bunch movies better.
I mean, I liked the Brady Bunch growing up, but then I kind of just stopped watching it. But yeah, so far as traditional wives go, I think that's a pretty good list. I can't believe I forgot Kitty was a goddamn nurse.
I know. I had a couple others.
What are they?
I had Aunt B, like, she wasn't a wife really, but she played that traditional wife role.
She was basically their maid.
No, she was aunt. She was the aunt.
I know, but she basically was their maid.
And then June
I
Cleaver.
can't give you that one. Were they even related? I don't know. They may just called her Aunt B.
June Cleaver.
June Cleaver, sure. It's a good one.
Lois Griffin.
Also a good one.
Regina George's mom. She's a funny
That's a good one as well.
And then that's it.
Yeah, those are good. I'm trying to think of any that I didn't think of other than that sparked any in my brain. You know, because I don't know. There's some of the ones from the early day, like old shows like that, but I can't think of any of them that I really speak. Oh, one good one was I do because Trin and I started watching it not that long ago, but Peg Bundy is pretty awesome. Like
so good.
Like she's playing like a caricature of a trad wife, which is really, and she's really good at it. It's really
really good.
I think that's a good one. That was that we left out. Cool. I feel like that's plenty. We don't have an email this week, I don't believe.
Wow, Gene.
It's okay. Let me double check though, because sometimes I miss it.
She was listening to it.
So guys, if you want to email us at MELLONfights, it's MELLON fights at gmail.com. Please do it. Please email us. Again, if you know a mom that does not listen to this show, which is almost all of them.
Yeah.
Tell them that this is the best podcast for a hot mom walk. Listen to it while you go on a walk around your neighborhood. In fact, it's an hour, 15 minutes, an hour and a half. So you might even get 2 good walks in, depending on how long you like to take a walk. So
exactly.
Pass it on to a hot mom. I'm going to send it to a hot mom. Like, hey, you a mom? Listen to this while you walk. We're going to do content like talking about like trad wives. Next, we're going to do boss ass babes. Wait, what is it? Boss bitches? Boss babes. Boss babes.
Yeah.
We're going to do boss babes next week. We're going to do Florida next week. Anything else? You were supposed to watch A Knight's Tale, but we didn't get around to it. And you were supposed to watch Flow, but you were like anti it, even though it's good as fuck.
We watched Matilda instead.
We did watch Matilda the musical on Netflix instead, and it was not very good. But there was parts of it I liked. The main actress that played Matilda was very charming and very cute.
She was. She's very cute.
Other than that, I just didn't
be a little bit naughty.
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 Can I tell you my favorite meme on the internet right now that makes me laugh every time I see it?
Yeah.
It's anytime Luca is like does something that's not great, or they're acting like he's chubby, and then instead of showing a picture of Luca, they show a picture of why am I blanking on his name? Help me out here.
I don't
know. Fucking late night host. I'm blanking.
James Corden?
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, they show a James Corden. It's like James Corden was like at a Laker game. He's wearing a Lakers jersey. And he looks like Luca, like a chubby Luca. And anytime like they're like, this is like, if Luca's doing bad, there's like, this is what you wanted and this is what you got, sort of thing. Basically, he's Timu Luca. Guess who just got an email from Jeannie Mellon?
Oh God.
She snuck that in under the wire. We were about to get out of here.
Yeah, we were.
That's pretty crazy. Hello, Melon Fights. Drew, you were wound up last week. Covered a lot of thoughts in the first 10 to 15 minutes. I was cooking.
I was like,
cooking. It's called cooking. I think once Tara got her hand off her chin today, she was cooking a little bit too. Delaware, while very historical and beautiful, I'm sure, wasn't super exciting. Top 5 things about Delaware. Number 5, first state. We're on the same page. 4, Scrapple. She does this. She doesn't even know what a Scrapple is. She just picks things that she read, like the first 5 things.
Scrapple or Scrabble?
Scrapple. It's a breakfast thing. I saw it when I was looking. It's typically a breakfast item made from pork chop scraps, cornmeal, and who knows what else. Pretty sure I'd hate it, but I love the name. So she put it on. She hates it, but it made her like Elizabeth Shue. Oh yeah, Elizabeth Shue was born there. 4. She's the cutest. I do like Elizabeth Shue quite a bit. Number 2, Delaware does not have a state sales tax. Got to do some shopping there. Number 1, Jello pudding made there. I love pudding with ice cream plopped in the middle. She does. She's talking about like warm pudding.
Yeah.
She likes a stovetop warm pudding.
A cook and serve.
Honorable mention. Have to mention Joe Biden. Raised his family there and did some good things for the country. I think he truly cares. Mom getting political. All right. First state to take ice cream commercially. To make ice cream commercially. I did see that. I was confused. I just was like, I didn't really know what's going on. Many corporations like to have governing state laws in their contracts be Delaware, probably less stringent and maybe better arbitration rules.
Oh, Gene.
Dang, look at you, lady. I don't get the whole Aubrey Plaza thing. Don't love her. She's great, actually. She's like, seems like a very cool person anytime I see her.
Funny.
I think Mom would like this new movie out called My Old Ass, starring Aubrey Plaza. And she like hangs out with her like younger self. It's interesting. 5 best trad wives. I'm excited for this. Oh, number 5, Morticia Adams. Adams Family.
Ooh.
That's a good one. Margaret Anderson, Father Knows Best. Not really a show I'm that familiar with. Annie Camden, Seventh Heaven. I think she's fucking annoying, Mom. She like sucks. Like
her.
she was so annoying.
I don't even think Mom watched that show.
No, she did.
She did?
Yeah. But she sucks.
Sucks.
That show sucks. Like it was fun when we were a kid, but when you go back and look at it, I'm like, that show's like,
and she was the worst. I feel like even as kids, we're like, okay,
yep,
cool.
No, we didn't like her.
No,
Carol Brady, the Brady Bunch, and June Cleaver, Leave It to Beaver. I think she'll hear our list and be mad she didn't come up with them. Honorable mention. This is a good one. I thought about it. I have to call out Carmela Soprano, best traditional mob trad wife. She is, like, but the thing is, she sucks so much. Like, it's a great performance, but like. Her as a character, I hated her. She's like, was that such a child? Love you. Have a Tuesday.
Love you.
Anything else to note on that, Tara? Before I dip on us?
No, but Mr. Miyagi's giving me the look like I'm the worst owner ever.
Why?
Because I'm still on, and he just got done with a nap.
he is a little. He doesn't nap as long as other cats. I feel like
he's like, okay, Tara. Hi.
Hey, Tara. Stay dry.
Stay dry.
And have a Tuesday.
Have a Tuesday.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Melon Fights. I'm also going to put out I didn't put out the Hallmark episode. I'm going to put that out too. Today. All right.